It's not too many changes. We just mixed up a little, packages here and there, put some guys in different spots, but at the end of the day, we just feel the same stuff. Like I said, we're just moving around a lot more and, just having fun with it.
How are you feeling about communication overall? Brandon talked about being on the same page. What are you seeing from your vantage point?
Yeah, I feel like we're all doing a great job on communication. It took us a little bit because we have a lot of moving pieces at one time, but at the end of the day, we're all in the same meeting room. So everybody hears the same checks, same adjustments, but at the end of the day, it's all about, like, you hear certain people's voices. So you obviously hear BG's voices. You hear, my voice, Slay's voice, KB's voice. So it's all about being in the same room, hearing the same checks and adjustments and just getting them done.
You had that 3-game streak, you won on Christmas. How are you guys feeling overall as you kind of look toward the postseason?
Yeah, we feel great. It's good to get back on track, and, at the end of the day, we're just ready to go Sunday. So.
Do you think you guys have the chance, the pieces, and everything's there to make a deep postseason run here?
Yeah, but we're just going to take it day by day, game by game, blah, blah, blah. But, you can't overlook anything because that's where it gets scary. You start overlooking stuff. So.
And you mentioned that communication, wearing the green dot last week. How do you feel like that went?
I felt like it went great. I remember at one time I came to the sideline and Fletch was like, "All right, you need to calm down." I think my southern accent got the best of some of these guys. So everything started running together. But I was glad to hear his feedback. But I feel like I did a great job doing that. Patricia said I was doing a really good job. Honestly, I kind of enjoyed it. I kind of enjoyed taking command of the defense and getting everybody lined up.
Is that the first time you've done that on the NFL level?
It happened in the New England game. Both our linebackers went down, and I think I was the emergency backup. So didn't really expect that to happen, but you got to always be prepared and execute when your number's called. So.
And it seemed like kind of the buzzword in the post-game locker room was unsatisfied, even though you guys did win the game. In your mind, what does a satisfied performance look like?
We judge ourselves really hard in this locker room. Everybody firing on all cylinders. I know it's there. We're going to get it. It's not like we're just in this slump. We trust one another. We have confidence in everybody, even the coaches. So we're going to get the job done regardless of what it is.
And a lot of this has to do with timing, and we heard post-game as well, hey, we got 2 weeks left. Is there any kind of sense of urgency when it comes to that?
Like I said, we're going to take it game by game, meeting by meeting, and just roll with it. We're not in any hurry, no rush, but we know we got to execute when our number's called, and we're going to do it. We're confident in that.
Have you been able to do that both on and off the field, certainly right now as you're working back to getting in?
Yeah, it helps me a lot when I do that because then it's kind of like I'm playing, but, and in a way I can teach or help Sid on what he needs help with. And Sid is definitely a great player, and he listens, he learns, and, he plays fast, which is good, and that's why I don't never want to slow him down. So, I just try to give him little tips here and there from even if it's formation or if it's a receiver lineman or something like that. Try to give him as much, help I can to help him out with being a young guy out there on the field.
How hard has it been to just sit back and keep waiting and finally you're getting your chance to come back?
It's been tough mentally. That's been the biggest thing. Coming off of 2 injuries with surgeries in 1 year, and that's been the tough part. But everything happens for a reason, I feel like, and when I get my opportunity to step back on the field, it won't be a change in my game. I play the same way every time, all the time, and that's just me, no matter what I'm feeling. So, when I step back on the field, run out for the tunnel for the first time again, with my shoulder pads on the field this time, it'd be fun.
BG was saying that he can see the energy, he can see the excitement in you to get back out there. He's looking forward and kind of feeding off of watching that. Like, you get that feeling? The other guys are just feeding off of the excitement of you coming back?
Yeah, I the way I play the game, I play physical, tough. I'm excited, energetic. That's how I lead in a way of not necessarily screaming at people or yelling or telling people what to do, but I just put it out on the field and I show it, through my hustle and respect for the game. So, with having that and you have someone like that, it's kind of contagious. You want to feed off of him, you want to run and do what he does. So, if I can bring that back out on the field, it'd be fun. And then it's been happening in the past couple of weeks. You can see guys running around on defense and swarming to the ball, which is good.
I'm sorry if you've been asked this already. You probably have been, but what are your chances of coming back on Sunday?
I'm not sure yet. I'm still going through a week. It's a thing where I have to, make sure have the physical traits of being able to play a certain amount of plays and not be as tired as much. So I just slowly progressing throughout the week. Getting a lot of practice reps in as much as I can and running to the ball, make sure I get my stamina good. Then we see. Oh yeah, I mean it's definitely a chance he's sitting there playing his old team, and I'm happy for him. I'm excited for him. He's definitely a great coach. I'm happy he got the head coaching job over there. Miss him as always, but it's definitely a big week for him. I feel like he's going to come out, and them guys going to play hard for him. Because it's a chance he get to play against his old team, and he's the head coach over there now, so it'll definitely be exciting.
Last time you played a different defensive coordinator than when there is now when you come back. What changes have you noticed?
With our defense coordinator, got a little bit more sending the blitzes, a little bit more I've seen. A lot of guys like coming into the 5 down or 4 down defensive linemen a lot there, and just mixing a lot of things up. So that's what I've seen so far, and going into this week, see what we could do to be able to compete and win for this week.
Jonathan Gant.
Oh yeah, man, JG, my guy, man. It's gonna be great to see him, man. I love what he's doing over there, man. They got a great coach, man. I've been hearing nothing but great things from guys from over there, because I've been asking, like, man, how y'all like JG, man? Man, they love him. I know one thing they're going to do, they're going to play hard for him, for sure. So, man, it's going to be good to see JG, man. Chop it up with him a little bit.
What made him a good coordinator in your mind?
The fact that he just understood, you know what I'm saying? He take our pointers, he asked us questions. And, of course, he loved the DBs. He played DB. He coached DBs. So, he know what it's like to be on that back there on the back end and how it can be going. A lot of coaches usually don't be DB coaches. The DC, they used to be like linebackers and all that kind of stuff. So when there's a DB coach come back there, he understands like what a secondary has to go through to be consistently good. So it's a great understanding, man. So me had a great bond, talking about a lot of DBs, and he always said I wanted his favorite one. So that's always a blessing for me.
Is it fair to say you had some of the best years of your career while he was the DC here?
Oh yeah. Definitely as an Eagle. I had some great years in Detroit as well. But as an Eagle, man, I had one of my better years with him.
Did you hate it that so many people outside this building had? I mean, it's gone as far as, but they blame him for the loss of the Super Bowl. Did that bother you?
People blame him for the loss of the Super Bowl?
Oh yeah.
I don't know why they. One thing I know about, I love the Eagles fans, but one thing about Eagles fans, they always go find somebody to blame, man. Just because we got the last touchdown out the Super Bowl, of course they're going to say him. But it was far from not JG's fault, you know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff happened in that game. We did our best, you know what I'm saying? Of course they didn't want to score, but yeah, it was by far not JG's fault. Easily. Yeah, we out there playing. He made some great calls out there. Of course, they got one of the best coaches that's ever, coached, Andy Reid. I mean, of course he gonna find a way to make a play, but yeah, that wasn't JG's fault. That's my dog.
How big was Monday's win to get this team back on track with 2 weeks to go?
Man, it was great, man. You know what I'm saying? We needed that, and it feels good to get back in the winning bracket. And what else great about it is that all the teams that kind of I think that don't like us lost. So that's another great feeling about that. So that makes my Christmas so much better. But yeah, man, it's great to get it back in the win column, and let's keep it rolling, man. Because you need momentum going to the playoffs. Because right now it's playoff football. You know what I'm saying? It's not right. Even though it's not the playoffs, but it is playoff football because we got going there hot.
Brandon talked about being on the same page.
BG?
Yeah. With Coach Patricia, what are you seeing in terms of the biggest changes and how you guys are staying on the same page?
That he's just making great communication calls and making calls easier for guys to line up, play fast, play smart, and you can see it out on the field. Guys are more comfortable having their feet in the ground and ready to go. So I think Patricia's doing a great job continuing to keeping that going for the guys and making sure these guys can know their job and know their assignment, and they can play fast and execute.
How are you feeling, and what are your chances of coming back soon?
Man, I'm feeling great, man. I just got some good treatment in as we just speak. So I'm looking forward to coming back very soon. So whenever that time comes, I'm damn sure be ready. I kind of wish I could get out there right now because getting bored. I'm real good at cheering for my teammates, but I like cheering for my teammates with my equipment on because knowing I can go out there and make a play next.
And Coach Patricia, he talks about wanting to put guys in different positions to create some confusion for quarterbacks. The importance of Kyler Murray in doing that this week. Yeah,
it's real important, man, because that's a guy, he's got amazing talent, but, fortunately he wasn't blessed with great height. So, we got to disguise as well as much because, it's hard to see over there guys that's 6'4", 6'5", that's protecting them. So, making a disguise can make it a little bit harder for him because he already amazing talent as it is, can make all the throws on the field. So, he's doing a great job of not making it easy for the guy to have easy reads to make the great throws he can already make.
And kind of the buzzword post-game was unsatisfied, yet this team is 11-4. And, it seems like this year, especially in the NFL, everyone is searching for perfection, but you see the Chiefs and the Niners and a lot of teams, struggling at times. Do you feel like it's unrealistic expectations almost?
No, I mean, not really. It's about how you hold your standards. Definitely when you got guys like, on this team, with the names that they did, the resume they have. It's just like, guys respect excellence. We know stuff could go wrong and during the game, but it's just how consistent it's going. That's the part you got to stop. You got to stop the consistently wrong plays going. Like, we understand plays go happen. People going to make plays. Somebody's going to make a play, but when it's consistently happening, that's just not the good feeling of it.
How are you feeling and what are your chances of playing on Sunday?
Oh, no, I'm going to be good. We'll see what's going on and see how I operate, but, I'm looking forward to whenever I get back out there, though.
Rush in, inside and out. Just comes at you faster. Everything happens faster in the inside.
Did you ever come down and seeing him this week? What's that going to be like for you?
It's gonna be cool. JG was a great coach, great dude. Looking forward to seeing him, and of course, we working to try to beat him too.
Have you had a chance to talk to him since the Super Bowl at all?
My wife and his wife, and they keep in contact, send Christmas cards and stuff. But I haven't talked to him. I'll probably talk to him this week.
You took a girlfriend this week?
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. I mean, this is the way everything happened, the way everybody kind of, talked about him when he left. I know he feeling, some type of he want to get back. And so we just got to make sure we go out and do us, man, and play hard. And but it is going to be good to see him.
He knows everybody's strengths and weaknesses, too.
He knows a lot. Well, I mean, we know a lot of each other. I say that.
But he's got a new team, He knows you more than you know him.
I mean, right, because he got a different team. But,
right.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's about execution in the game. We can know each other, but still got to execute.
Well, it's a big deal for him. How much is it a big deal for you?
Oh, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. Trying to win this, man. We still got everything in front of us. Some stuff got to happen, but we got to make sure we win at the end of the day. And so I know for us, it's just like any other week. We got to make sure we go out and execute and go get that W.
BG, you guys have 2 weeks left in the regular season, and obviously it's the next season. What kind of things from a defense do you think need to be fixed, need to be kind of worked on here in the next 2 weeks to be ready?
Well, of course, we're getting back some players. We're going to be healthy. But it's just comes down to execution with us because we got the people. It's just more about making sure that we all stay on the same page and, take care of your box, your area. That's what we talk about as defensive players, and just trusting that your guy is going to make his play when the play comes to him. And so it's about trusting each other, making sure that we, stay healthy and get even more healthier, and then just go out and execute the cause, whatever it is.
Your big message the other night was that there's no almost, there's no barely, it's just win or lose.
Yep.
At what point did you kind of look at the league that way, as opposed to kind of how you win or how you lose?
Well, I know in this league, man, it's a funny league, where it's like you think just because of what happened last week against a team that you might have beat, it don't matter. You got to block out that, because every week it's a new week, and I just know everybody professionals, and sometimes they feed off what didn't work last week, and now they're like, okay, they're gonna think it's gonna be this way this week, and it don't be. It's just you gotta come with it. If your identity is no matter what, win, lose, or draw. I mean, whoever we play, whoever line up in front of us, it's about making sure that we impose our will on the next man. And so it's a mindset you got to have in this league. You can't take nobody lightly. And I know for us, it's about building. And that's what I really do believe that's happening right now. We're getting guys coming back. Avonte, I know, is excited just to be back on that field. Slay for sure is going to be back soon. And then, Zach Cunningham and the linebackers, Morrow, and them boys going to be fresh coming this week. And it's just about executing, and it's a togetherness you got to have on defense. And I believe that that's what's happening right now, especially with the switch with Patricia. A lot of guys, respect. They respect both of them. Patricia's just in the seat right now, so I know I'm always picking his brain, especially how he sees it. Being with Brady for all them years, picking his brain on how he sees it, and kind of matching it up. And so I'm just. It's a trust thing, man, this league, and I feel like the guys just got to continue to keep trusting one another and trusting who's in front of us, and that's Patricia.
As you know, there's been much made of sideline emotions, post-game frustration. What do you think the mood of the team is?
I think the mood is good. I think it's more the outside noise that's this and that. Man, inside is cool. It's just we know we can play better, and we know we're going to do that. And it's just more about blocking out the other stuff, because can't nothing outside change what goes on in here. And if we don't let that affect what goes on in here, I know we will be fine.
You guys, you said everything's still out in front of you. You can clinch the division this weekend. And you need Dallas to lose. But what would it mean to you to get a back-to-back division titles? How important is that to you guys here to be able to lock that up this weekend, potentially?
It'll be cool, because it never happened in the NFC East where two of the, same, I would say, Eagle back-to-back. Nobody's won it back-to-back. So.
Since 2005.
Since 2005?
3 in a row, yeah. That's the last
Who
time
did?
Eagles.
Oh, okay.
It was 04.
Okay. Well, it's been a minute then. That's what I mean. But that's all great. But you know what the biggest thing is, it's about getting to that bowl and whatever we got to do. Whatever sacrifice we got to make as a team, which I believe we're doing that now. And, but it will be sweet to put on that T-shirt. But in this case, what got to happen this week, because we still got the number 1 seed that we could get, and hate to say it, but I hope something happens. I ain't going to say it on live TV, but you know what I'm talking about. I just hope it lines up with us getting back to that. Mm-hmm.
Well, Dallas would have to beat Detroit.
I ain't say nothing. I just said, what I'm trying to, it don't matter. It really don't matter what happens, because if we don't get the first round bye or not, I still believe that everything is right in front of us, and we just got to win out. Just get back to just having fun and dominating, and execute. And I know we will be fine. Just going into every game, but we got to take it one game at a time.
And Matt Patricia, he just spoke about wanting to add more confusion to the offense and adding more wrinkles on defense with Nolan Smith off the ball and you moving inside. How do you feel like that's working with him?
I think it's working good. A lot of guys just want to get out there. For me, wherever you put me, I'm going to just go 100 miles. And Nolan for sure is happy because he's getting more snaps too, more time, and he's out there playing good too. So I'm excited for him. And wherever they put us, it's nothing that I believe that the coach gonna put me in a great position. So if he believes that I'm supposed to be in a certain spot, I'm gonna go out there and play. And so I know we trust Patricia, the experience. He's seen a lot, and I know that he's not gonna put us in a bad position because he is his name on that too. So I trust him, and we're just gonna go out and execute.
And one more.
You've been in that position before that Nolan's in, where you're a rookie, kind of have a limited role, have to adjust to that. I guess what have you been saying to him behind the scenes?
Stay focused. Don't worry about what you can't control. Like I say, block out the noise. They call me everything, but you see how that turned around, and it's the same thing for him. It's like, don't worry about that. It's like right now, this is what we're doing now, and so only thing that you need to worry about is the next game. And that's this week, and make sure that you're ready for the next one. And as you keep stacking them days and stacking them good wins and great plays, that narrative will change. Mm-hmm.
Unsatisfied kind of seemed to be the buzzword post-game the other day. What would be satisfied in your mind in a performance?
Well, a lot of guys just hold themselves accountable for their play, and they know that they can take it to another notch. And so I know that we all have our reasons on why it was a good game, why it wasn't a good game for individually. And so the guys just hold themselves to a high standard, which I'm okay with. And it's all right. I feel like, all right, we just got through that one. We got to win, but we know we can play better, and that's really what they're saying.
Jordan, I'm sorry, I obviously missed this question, but how was it to be in Washington, D.C. and meet the president firstly?
Pretty boring. It was awesome. Like I said to these guys, it was a fun time, a hell of an opportunity to sing in the White House for one, and to be able to spend time with the president and the first lady was awesome too. So definitely a surreal moment, one I'll remember forever. So.
You guys have 2 weeks left. How are you guys feeling, and specifically with the communication piece as a team? How is all that going?
I think we're doing really well on the communication side. I think there's a lot to look forward to this week, just building off the back of last week. So we're about to head to a walkthrough and keep working on it.
How about with the 2 weeks left before the postseason? What kind of things from an offensive perspective do you still see you guys need to kind of use these 2 weeks to fix and figure out before that?
Again, when it comes to the run game, we just got to, again, focus on that communication side, identifying the defense and the defensive front so we can go out and execute those techniques and have a very efficient run. So that's pretty much it.
You guys, if you, this weekend you can clinch the NFC East, this is an opportunity to finally put that goal behind you guys. What would it mean to you guys to kind of to do that, to achieve that goal, put it behind you and keep moving?
We're just trying to win this game this week. So, I mean, yeah, that's the end goal is good and winning the NFC East, but in reality, everyone's mindset is just winning this game. I mean, we're treating it like a playoff. Every game from now on has to be treated like a playoff if we want to have success in the postseason. We're trying to set us up for the postseason. So this is just the next game. It's the next win that we have to go out there and achieve, but we got to go from there, man. Handle business.
Knowing that you're going up against Coach Gannon this week and with his defensive mindset, does that change any approach for you guys? Does it make you bring a different, set of expectations to the table?
It's the next game. Again, it's the next game that all that stuff, the history, the relationships, how he was here with us too. That's all cool and all, but in reality, it's the next game and an important one as well. He knows us, we know him, so we really have to be, again, dialed in on the communication and making sure that we identify the front so we can go out there and execute the technique.